We are in Girard Park in N.D.G. It is early Wednesday morning of the 23rd of August, and we're looking at a park bench with cast iron feet that is completely overturned, and the feet nearest me are broken, and this is a result of some kind of wind storm damage that occurred yesterday afternoon on the 22nd. And when you look at the whole park, you know, there's branches and down all over the place. Got a squirrel who's not looking too happy there. Zoom in on the squirrel. Yeah, poor little squirrel's habitat's kind of done. But unfortunately, you know, this park it's pretty severe damage done to the trees. I mean, there's still plenty standing, but I would say that the front part of the park, the part closest to Sherbrooke Street, is really quite severely damaged by the windstorm. And looking at the damage, you know, I have to wonder if it's possible that some kind of mini tornado actually touched down in the park, you know, some kind of whirlwind. And this bench, to me, indicates that that is a possibility. I mean, it could just be very strong hurricane-type winds that did this, but the winds were generally coming from the west towards the east, but this bench looks like it's being blown over backwards, like it would have been facing the street. So it's like almost flipped over, as if it was flipped over by a wind coming from the east going west. So the complete opposite direction to the storm. You know, my brother spoke about how there were sort of swirling winds in St. Lazare. He didn't say tornadoes per se, but I think I think we're looking at damage most likely caused by some kind of whirlwind, not just regular winds, but some kind of swirling wind, just in terms of the fact that the bench is facing completely the opposite direction from where the winds were coming from. Like, this is another bench, and you can see how it's facing forward. There's another one in the background. So I'm quite sure this bench would have been positioned similarly to these ones. You know, right about where it is. You know, it probably would have been sitting there, you know, where that broken branch is, kind of thing. So my little sort of amateur theory here is that the wind that blew it backwards, at minimum, was a strong wind coming from the east, not the west, and possibly was a whirlwind type of wind. So anyway, that's just my little 2 cents worth. So we got people inspecting the park. It was taped off last night, but the tape seems to have been removed. Whether officially or not, I don't know. But it, you know, it's safe really to walk through. It's not you know, there's no real serious risk. So here's a squirrel coming. He was in the upper part of the tree that's down. So this is like a whole tree that came down, and I saw the squirrel, presumably the same one I saw earlier, up in the upper reaches of it. So it's possible the squirrels had a nest up there and basically no longer have a home. So we'll just continue to go through here. So yeah, this is a whole tree down, and don't know what happened to the squirrel. He seems to have disappeared, or perhaps she. Anyhow, this is like one whole tree. As we can see in the background, the sun's rising. Well, it's actually a good distance above the horizon now. So another big branch here, and another most of a tree there gone, split off from the side of this trunk. Looks like this trunk was already damaged from previous damage, but basically not much of a tree left there. And another one So yeah, we can see you know, these, all that's really left are these tall stumps here. So 1, 2.5 trees kind of thing. Oh, and there's another one. So yeah, there's a fair number of like almost complete trees are down in the park, and it'll be quite some time before trees of a similar size. Just going to adjust the exposure here a bit. You know, it'd take a while to grow trees of this stature. Just again, adjust the exposure. So I'm just shooting manual exposure here. Maybe I should switch to automatic exposure. That's it for now.